Okay guys, welcome back for another trader development series video. Okay, this is going to be AUD/JPY. I am going to skip up quickly to the 15-minute chart just to sort of give you a little insight to what was going on before we got this trade. Okay, so you may have already seen the trade recap video on this. I put the drawings on that on the trade recap video, but I like to use the replay feature for our members. All right, so that's going to be kept private for you guys in here. Okay, so if you're looking at the direction of what's going on, you've got the equal lows here. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but you had the run on stops here, so stop, run, price rejection, and then obviously the structure inversion point which took place there. Okay, that was one area of entry. Okay, now if you were looking to let me have single structure retest, that would have been so just an inversion point at that point. Okay, so your entry would have been looking here, your stop would have had to have gone below this low here. Okay, and then you would have been looking to take profits higher up. Once we had that, then we had another set of equal lows here. Okay, so you can see the same thing repeats over and over again. Right, so you had an equal set of lows. This was a structure inversion point, but it was that's what I wanted to put in there, a structure inversion point and also the single structure retest. Right, so that's the point in which structure broke here. Okay, when it came back down, we didn't have a pullback before the move up, right? So that becomes an SSR. Okay, that was the entry here. If you manage to get into that, I didn't take this position here, but I just want to talk about quickly, you know, how you can look for these trades throughout the week. Now, once we had gone through these equal lows here, you then had another a load level right there. Okay, so this was the load level. Okay, and I missed this entry as well, but I'll talk about the entry I did get shortly. So that's going to be your load level right there. Okay, and then you did have a structure inversion point at this point here. Okay, so let me have a look. Structure inversion point, or like I said, you can use breaker structure if you guys want as well, whatever you're more comfortable with. Okay, so that would be your structure inversion point. Now, I was looking at this as a potential load level right there, but we also had a bigger one underneath it, right? So that one was, you know, kind of a hit or miss one for me. If it was a bigger body, I would have probably gone with that one. You know, would have been a more of a preferred. Oh bloody hell, a bit fast. Okay, so let's have a look. Go back to this point here. Okay, so that would have been your entry at that point there if you did decide to get in on this chart. But I missed this one as well. I wasn't available for the trade itself at that time. But if I go down to a 5-minute chart now, I'm going to show you how you can begin to incorporate the smaller time frames, okay, with the bigger time frame. Right, so equal lows right there again, same thing over and over again. What we're looking for is a break of structure, which is going to be that swing point there. All right, so let's play this out here. Okay, there's our structure inversion point there. Okay, so when we came into this point here, so let me just go back one candle there. Now, again, this is quite choppy here, so it's already been mitigated, so it wasn't like one down candle and a burst away. So the point where we really sort of moved away from was this entire down candle here. Okay, so that becomes a load level right there. Okay, and you're looking for a retest of that. All right, now if I go down to a 1-minute chart, right, this is how you can break it down a little bit more, and this is where we got the entry point. If you look in the group in the winning trade, you'll see my trade on this one. The entry that we were looking to get in on was this 1-minute load level right there. Okay, so that was the entry point here. Okay, my stop was sitting underneath this low here. Okay, because then if it did come in deeper and use one of these to fill in some of these price acceleration zones here, then it could have come in there. My stop would still be safe, right? So whatever, not really too bothered on that, but I was happy with the setup. Okay, and then the original idea for a target that I had, so I was originally targeting about 10 pips above this high. Okay, and as price played out throughout the day. Bear in mind this is late New York. All right, so this was the entry point there. That was the stop loss right here. Okay, and then the original target idea was to get to this point here. Okay, now it all depended on the how price was reacting throughout the day, all right? Because this was late New York when I got this this setup, all right? So we'd already had London, coming to New York, we had the retracement here, okay, and then we were looking for a move up now. If it was going to get late in the day, I was then considering taking profits at this point. But if it didn't make it to this point and started to consolidate, I was then looking to close the position manually, all right? So if I play this now, you can see we came straight into that 1 minute load level, slight bit of drawdown on it, double tapped it twice, okay, and then we eventually moved away, okay. Now it was at it was around this level here where I decided it was about here now. I was taking partials, okay. I think there was a bit of a pullback and one more pump, and then that was where I closed the position. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the pullback. Okay, and then this is where I took the profits off. Okay, we're going into late New York now. I didn't want to be holding the trade. I can't hold over the weekend anyway because of the FTMO stuff, right? So the point where I took the profits off was at this small pump here, and then as you can see, coming later on in the day, this is where price finished. Okay, so the overall idea was correct. Obviously, we were sort of stuck for time, but same thing over and over again. Okay, so equal lows. You had the stop run here. I'll just mark these up quickly so we're all on the same page. We had the stop run there. Okay, then we had the rejection. So PR. Right. We did have the structure inversion point right here, which technically came from this level here, but this was just a real choppy zone. So when it came back down in, it was just a case of finding whatever was inside this down candle here, which was our load level that caused that move out of there. It was a case of trying to find something in there around the 50% level of that candle itself, right? So if I zoom into here, if you've got a load level that you're looking for or looking at, okay, let me just get rid of the rest of these drawings. Okay, I'm going to lose these drawings, but it's just so I can describe or explain what's going on in here. Okay, so if you're not sure where to look for an entry in a load level, if you take the body of the candle and you just draw your fibs down, okay, and then we get rid of all these. Okay, and all you're looking for is a 50% level. Okay, so you'd be looking at the body. So just take it on the body itself. Okay, and then if I drag this across, okay, that would be your entry point, right? 50% of that load level right there. Okay, so that would have been your entry, right? It would have been a bit of a better entry from than mine, but I'm still pretty happy with that. Still good risk to reward. I think I took about 5 to 1 out of that one. Okay, so it just goes to show how you can incorporate different time frames. But just from a simplicity perspective, you want to find your trades. So you want to find your setup on the one time frame. Okay, so whatever time frame you're looking at, find the setup and find your target on that time frame. Okay, once you've got your setup and your target, you can go down to a smaller time frame in order to better sort of fine tune that load level that you're looking to get in on. All right, so you're going to find in a 1 hour load level, you'll likely find a 5 minute load level within that load level, right? So it's going to give you a much better risk to reward. Okay, so that is it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.